trying to help with our hospital. So these ladies are people that care about not only their own communities, but others as well. So if you ladies would introduce yourself.
Yeah, we'll do that. I need to tell you that we are just some of the Raging Grannies. There are about 40 of us in the Triangle area, and that's just one gaggle of grannies, but we're part of an international network. We probably have about 100 gaggles of grannies throughout Canada and the United States, and I'm just going to take a minute to tell you how that got started. Way back in 1986, there were a group of women who were very concerned about the environment out in British Columbia, Victoria, British Columbia, out in the Pacific Northwest, when they heard that there were U.S. nuclear submarines coming into their harbor, and they were very concerned about the potential for environmental damage. So they would go out and they would stand on the street corners and wave their signs and speak, and nobody paid any attention to them because they were just little old ladies, and what did little old ladies know about anything? So they decided to show them what little old ladies really could do. So they wanted to look like little old ladies. They put on their aprons, they put on their hats, and they got out there and said, instead of just speaking to people, we're going to sing at them. We're going to make up songs that will really make them sit up and take notice. And that's what we do as Raging Grannies. We write all our own lyrics. We set them to old familiar melodies. At least they're familiar to our generation. I know that kids like Carson and Jason sitting back there might not recognize these melodies because they have new songs to sing. But we had been hearing, those of us in the Triangle region had been hearing about the fact that we could hardly believe it, that a town like Belhaven was being threatened with the loss of its hospital. And that your very courageous mayor, our friend Adam, walked not just once but twice to Washington, D.C. And we said, you know, that's the kind of thing that the Raging Grannies would do. We've been out there too, and we walk and we bring our message where we believe it needs to be heard. And I need to tell you that we bring that message whether we're invited or not. We just feel that the message needs to be heard. So when we heard that there were people walking around the hospital here in Belhaven, we just kind of looked at each other and we said, we got to do that. So we wrote a song and oh goodness, we suddenly came to life. I don't know if you need that. I'm going to step back a little bit. You can all hear me all right? Okay. And so we brought this song for you tonight that we call Round and Round the Hospital. Round and round the hospital, round and round we go. Round and round the hospital, we gotta save it, don't you know? They took all our money and say we're out of luck. They don't care if we live or die, they just care about their bucks. So round and round the hospital, round and round we go. Round and round the hospital, we gotta save it, don't you know? We've gotta save our hospital, won't let them tear it down. We're fighting for our lives, you know, so we're marching all around. And round the hospital, round and round we go. Round and round the hospital, gotta save it, don't you know? Hey, Biden, go preach, just see what you have done. But we're gonna save our hospital, and we'll stay here till we've won. So round and round the hospital, round and round we go. Round and round the hospital, we're gonna save it, don't you know? Being little old ladies, healthcare is really important to us. We know what it's like to be sick. We know what it's like to see our children and grandchildren get sick or have accidents. And we're very concerned, not just about the loss of a hospital, but the lack of affordable health care for all people. So we were horrified when here in North Carolina, our governor made a decision a number of years ago to turn away the federal Medicaid expansion funding. That would have given more than 500,000 of our North Carolina citizens access to affordable health care. It wouldn't have cost the state 1 cent. That was our money. It was tax money that was intended to come to North Carolina. And Governor McCrory said, we don't want it. And so it's gone to other states, and we have 500,000 people now who are without affordable health care. Well, we decided, in the spirit of the holidays and in the spirit of goodwill to man and so on, that last Christmas we would go and serenade Governor McCrory with a Christmas carol. and this is the Christmas carol that we wrote. Each day the sun sets in the sky, seven of our neighbors sigh. Our taxes paid for Medicaid, now those funds have been waylaid. McCrory said that he won't take them, but we're here to try to make him. We have come here to proclaim, refusing those funds has brought you shame. Affordable care for everyone with Medicaid expansion funds. Join the states who seem away. We need our Medicaid funds today. Thousands of folks go unprotected without the funding you've rejected. It wouldn't have cost you 1 red cent to take the Medicaid supplement. We have come here to proclaim poor folks die and you're to blame. Affordable care for everyone with Medicaid expansion funds. We're singing out with all our might, asking you to do what's right. North Carolina's lost its way. We need those Medicaid funds today. All of us will pay the cost for the funding we have lost. You can bet that we'll remember when we vote come next November. Affordable care for everyone with Medicaid expansion funds. Affordable care for everyone with Medicaid expansion funds. So, I need to tell you that we rage about a lot more than health care. We care about our public schools, we care about our environment, we care about all of those things that threaten the future of our grandchildren, and that's why we rage. We have a lot of fun doing it too, as you can tell me. If we were to take ourselves too seriously, I think we'd never get out of bed in the morning. So we need to try to get people to listen, and as Raging Grannies, we do it with our songs. This is one that we wrote when we heard that many grannies who are less privileged than we are need every day to make decisions about whether they're going to pay the rent or pay for their medications. Many cannot go to see doctors, not just because there's no hospital in town, but because they simply don't have the money. And that concerned us a lot. So we wrote this song. You may recognize the tune. We call it This Old Gray Granny. This old gray granny ain't what she
photograph, but Granny can't afford to pay for her pills, and so I guess we'll have to shoot her now. 'Cause what is she supposed to do when money for the rent is due? She can't buy pills and groceries too, and so I guess we'll have to shoot her now. This old gray granny now needs a test or two. Her boob has a lump, it's true, but what is she supposed to do? She can't pay the bill, so she'll just have to muddle through. I guess we'll have to shoot her now. Well, Granny's old, but she is wise. She knows we have to organize. So we'll get out and work for a single-payer healthcare plan. So we won't have to shoot her after all.
Can you stand one more? This one we wrote just for all of you tonight. We wrote it this afternoon, so we may be a little rough around the edges, but we'll do our best. We never said we were opera stars. We just feel it's more important to get out the message than anything else.
A hospital for Belhaven is being denied to us. The folks of Antigua Creek are throwing us under the bus. Our hospital is closing, and we're getting quite the hosing. Without that place, what a disgrace. Antigua is killing us. We loved our hospital, and it was really ours. For people are playing loose with their money and their powers. They sit there in their mansions, denying hospital expansion. But they'll pay one day for their foul play. Antigua, you're killing us. Folks are dying because of what they have done. Families are crying and mourning their loved ones. We say that this is murder. It doesn't get any absurder. So